Hey everyone, it's Teresa with Jeremiah Dreams. Come on in, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, and let me pull you guys up in my comments or on my laptop so that I can see your comments. You guys come on in. I am ready to start a new project. I've been thinking about this one for a while, and haven't been able to start it with all the things going on. So let's see, because I can never see comments on here, and I usually see comments on my laptop, and it's the craziness of all of the new page experience. Okay, let me mute this, and I'm almost there, friends. See, this says there's 6 eyes, and I wasn't even seeing that. Hi, Patty. Thank you for sprinkling. I so appreciate you. There's my friend Kim. So glad you're here. Thank you, guys. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, one more step. Let me put my info in the comments real quick. What have y'all been doing today? What's going on with y'all? I have been working. You love my hair? Oh, thank you. Y'all, it's getting cooler, so I can stand for it to be down. When it's hot, it has to go up. I can't handle it. I can't handle it on my neck, and I just feel like I can't breathe. So now that it's cooling off, I can wear it down. And so thank you, Tarita. In fact, at work today, they noticed, your hair looks different. I said, because I'm not wearing it up. Oh, goodness. Okay. Get that there, and I'm fixing to pin it, and then we can get started. Y'all see my top? I got this from Wendy over at Rosebrook Boutique, and y'all, it is so comfortable. I cannot get over how comfortable this is. So if y'all like this, y'all need to hop over there, because she's got a limited supply, but she does have several sizes available, so you need to check it out. And I'm very, very pleased. The quality of the clothing is just... I love it. And I love the colors. They're nice fall colors. So I feel good in it. You crafted, Patty? Oh, girl. What all did you get done? All right. Let me make sure I got all the things. All right. Are y'all ready to start a new project? Hey, Mom. There's my mama. How are you? Just talked to you today. Didn't talk to you this afternoon. Did I talk to you this afternoon? I've talked to several people. My brain, it's all running together. You got a lot done? Good deal, Patty. That's awesome. All right, let me maximize this a little bit so I can see better. Okay. Here we go. Y'all ready for me to turn you down and let me show you? Well, let me show you this real quick. So what we're going to work with, hey, Luana, I'm so glad you're here. We have a canvas board. This is a 8x10. Yeah, 8x10 canvas board. Then, y'all, this. Big Daddy Weave, yes, I have. I've been to his concerts, their concerts. So I'm going to work with this hem. We're going to work on this, and we're going to put it on our board, but we're going to do some tearing on it. And Mom, I hope you noticed that Miss Kim said hello to you, and she really may not know how to reply to you in the comments, but I know she has probably seen your comment, and it's flattered her that you said hello to her. And so let me show you this picture. But let me tell you where I took this picture myself. This is nothing that I have downloaded from online or anywhere. I took this picture, and it was last year. I don't think it was this year. I can't remember, y'all. I'm getting too old. Oh, good deal, Patty. Thank you. I'll take a look at them. But it was one of the Craft Around the Clock gatherings up in the Metropolis area. It was the Barn Sale Trail last year. That's what it was. And we drove by. I was in a car with Sheila Gray, and I believe Shayna was framing and containing by Shayna, and Sheila's husband was driving, and we were all in a car together, and I saw this church, and I just fell in love with it. And they pulled over so that I could get out and take several pictures of it in several angles. But y'all, look at this church. Look at that. I want to paint that. Yes, Heather, my mother is here. I'm so glad you're here, Heather. So you guys, I took this picture myself. Isn't that amazing? That steeple and just the angles involved, the windows. I just think it'll make a beautiful painting. Thank you, Kim and Patty. Hey, Anna, how are you doing? She is doing good, Heather. She's doing really good. Hey, Tracy. Tracy, I'm starting a new project. And we're going to do What a Friend We Have in Jesus. But look, Tracy, last year when we went to the Barnsdale Trail, we came across this church. You may remember seeing this church. And I was with Sheila and Shayna, and they pulled over so I could get out and take pictures of this church. Were you in the car? Girl, I am just crazy. I think you may have been now that you say that. Oh, Jennifer. That's who I was with. I wasn't with Sheila and Shayna. I was with Tracy. And y'all, it's all running together. I'm just nuts. So, Jennifer, listen, I watched your Goodbye with Your Son, and it just so touched me. And, oh, thank you, Heather. Hey, Nellie, how are you? Praying for you, girlfriend. And you text me anytime. If you need extra prayers, you just holler. And I'll be happy to pray with you. You got my number. So, possibly, yes, Tracy. Girl, but now we were in Cincinnati together, and there was a different church. This one I thought was in the metro, and maybe it wasn't, y'all, because I didn't document where it was, so I'm probably messed up. Hey, Tamara, how are you? You got it, girl. You got it, Jennifer. Y'all like my shirt? This is from Wendy's Boutique, Rosebrook Boutique, y'all. Her link, I have an affiliate with her, and the link is in the comments. I've pinned it to the top. She has limited supplies. She has several sizes available, but limited supplies. So if you like this, click the link and get over there and snatch one for you before they're gone, because it's comfy. I love it. I love it. Hey, Rosie, how are you? And Dana from Minnesota, how are you? Jenny, first time watcher. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, thank you for sprinkling, Dana. Oh, welcome everyone. Okay, I'm going to turn you guys down and we're going to get started on this. Here we go. Y'all ready? So we're going to see what we can do. Make sure I've got y'all. Whoops, sorry about that, y'all. I'll get it right one of these days where I can just do one seamless swoop and we got you in place. I wish I could turn it down just a tad more and maybe you could see a little bit better. I may have done worse. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of fray some of these edges. Jennifer, I got me water pens. Girl, I got me some water pens. And I'm going to do what? Let me get it wet though. Got to get some water flow in there. And we're going to just kind of do some nice tearing. Now listen, when I printed this out, I printed it on some multimedia paper. Honestly, because I was out of printer paper. I didn't realize I was so low or I would have already purchased some. But nonetheless, I'm going to hope and pray this does a nice little bit of tearing and give us a nice frayed edge. And I'm using this thicker paper, the multimedia paper, because I wanted just that thickness. I just thought it might do a little bit better than regular printer paper. So we've got a nice edge there. All right, let's go down this side. So how are y'all doing? Jennifer, have you heard from Connor? Has he arrived okay and off to a good start? How often do you think you'll hear from him? With him being in boot camp, I bet not a whole lot, but I hope you do hear from him. frequently. All right. So did everybody have fun trick-or-treating last night? We did. Y'all, my little 1-year-old Charlie. She is so cute. She just wasn't sure about it at first. But then after she watched her older sister, hey, Raina, she got into the groove. And then she was all about going up to the door. And she was a little unsure, people, because that's just kind of how she is. She's not a... My 4-year-old is an extrovert. And Charlie is more of an introvert, like her mother. And it took her a little bit to kind of warm up and get in the groove of it. And it was funny. They did our whole neighborhood, and I only did about half the neighborhood with them. And by that time, it was 7:30. I'm like, I'm tired. I hadn't even had supper yet. So we got back around in my car. I said, y'all have a blast. I'm going to the house. Oh, my goodness. You got the arrival call. Oh, bless. Oh, Jennifer. Girl, I feel for you. I feel for you. I'm praying, girl. I'm praying for your heart. It's hard. It is so hard to cut those apron strings. I've done it twice now with my adult children, and it took me a long time with each of them to cut those apron strings because I loved being their mom. I mean, I chose to be a mother, and it was just super hard. So, girl, I understand different circumstances, but I get it. Those of us who've, I think it's different with girls and boys. Jennifer, we may have even talked about that. But, oh, Tracy, get your heart ready, girl. It's not easy. It's not easy letting them go and be adults and living their little lives. Not lives. Some of them, sometimes they live big lives, And my son, being a police officer, I think about him a lot. I've even called him because he's on the night shift, and I've called him before, kind of in the middle of the night. I don't do it very often, just to see if he's okay, how's he doing, and all that good stuff. Okay, we've got this torn away. Before I fix it onto this surface, I'm going to put a coat of plaster on here because this is kind of off-white, and I want my board to be similar. Y'all are sharing your experiences. Oh, Dana's had fun trick-or-treating. Oh, that's so awesome. So we have a subdivision that probably has, if I had to guess, we've probably got 125 houses in our subdivision right now, and they're still building. They're building right down the house from me. And that's a lot of doors. And of course, not everybody participates, and that's good and fine. But that makes for a lot of walking. And after a while, I was tired. So Charlie, she was a trooper though. Oh, I was going to tell y'all. So when they made their way around to my side of the neighborhood, I was sitting at my dining room table doing some computer work, and I hear this scratching on my slide or my back door, my patio door, and I just had a feeling it was Aaron and them, and so I had the lights off because I wasn't doing candy for all the kids because I was with my children, and so I didn't want anybody to think. And then I knew if they rung the doorbell, that would just tear up Baxter, and he's just, bless him. So I turned on the backlight, and sure enough, it was my kids, and they had been trick-or-treating at my neighbors, and they would say, we were trying to scare you. I'm like, listen, at my age, you're not going to scare me that easy. Oh, Tamra, yes, girl. We love our babies. And my daughter, when she got married, she didn't move down the street. She moved 2 states away, and I wasn't ready. Y'all, I've told her this, but when she got married, and I love my son-in-law. This has nothing to do with him. But I put on the smiles on her wedding day, But I was just dying on the inside because she was leaving home, and I was not ready. Oh, it's so hard. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Okay, y'all, I got to shake up this can, and it's got a clicker in it, because I'm going to use some spray adhesive to fix this onto this board. See how nice that plaster color works with this sheet music? Hey, Wanda, how are you this evening? This was shaking up. I should have shook it up before I went live. And y'all, I've been trying to go live for a little while and got a couple of phone calls. But let me just hold. I'm going to do this over my trash can real quick, y'all. So just hang tight a second while I spray this. I just don't want to take a chance with my laptop being right here. And I chose to adhere this with the spray adhesive. Actually, this isn't going to stick as well as I want it to. So I'm going to go this route. I'm going to use my, I've done this before as well. I'm going to just use this. This is Liquitex acrylic medium. It's really thick. Yes, y'all, this is the bracelet I put a picture of. This is what my sister gave me for my birthday. And these beads, there's some clear beads, a couple of clear beads in there, but the beads represent sister in Morse code. Isn't that neat? And it's kind of a rose gold color. I just love it. I absolutely love it. So this acrylic medium is kind of thick, and I'm going to use that to adhere this. And then I don't have to worry about, you know, too much moisture and stuff, kind of making the paper wrinkly. That makes it harder to paint. We may not get a whole lot done. This project is gonna take more than one session, so this will be a process. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. There's a lot going on this week, y'all. I haven't even posted everything yet that's going on this week. Tomorrow night, we're doing the grand finale with Katie and Carol on paint lessons. We're going to finish up our project that we've been working on. It will take place on my page this week. And then Thursday night, some of us are doing a hop, a creative hop on YouTube, on our YouTube channels. And so I've got some information posted about that. And then Friday morning, bright and early, I am going to be on Craft Round the Clock. Y'all, I don't usually do early time slots, but I am changing it up a little bit, and I'm going to do my best to do an early time slot. I am going to try to get on up and get my hair did and my makeup on and try to be functional early in the morning. We'll see how it goes. This is going to work much, much better. Okay. I need to get another paper towel, though, because I've got glue there. Thank you. I love this acrylic medium. It is so good for using it as an adhesive. And here we go, because this has some of that medium on it underneath, and I don't want my board to stick. So that solves that. Now, I'm going to take, yes, before I go to work. Yes, Tamara, that's right. Y'all, I'm just going to be real here. We have got to work on our other platforms because we all know Facebook is wonky. And I just don't know how long. I mean, if you've been watching the news, you know Facebook is struggling. And I just think we should be prepared to go in other formats. So that's a lot of the drive in all of it. So I want y'all to just, if you're not on YouTube, please, you don't have to have a channel or anything, but download the YouTube app and have another way to catch us live. Okay, y'all, I'm going to start. I'm first going to figure out some placement. And I'm going to just kind of do let me go ahead and use my ruler after all. And I'm using my friction pen. So in the center, I'm just going to do a line. I'm just going to kind of lay out this church. And I'm looking, as I draw this out, I'm looking at the angles of everything. And so the line I just drew is going to represent this center, the center of this. Linda, I use this right here. This is Liquitex acrylic medium. That's what I use. And it's awesome because it makes a good adhesive and it doesn't have all that moisture because it's thick. So you don't know how to use YouTube. So you want to download the app, Luana, and then that's pretty much it. You just go on there, you do a search like you would in anything else for my channel, or you can click the link that's pinned in the comments, and that'll take you to me, and then subscribe, and that would be amazing. Get a quick drink. Okay. So next, I want to lay in my roof. So I'm going to kind of just guess at these angles and try to mimic them best I can. The nice thing about using this friction pen is if I overdraw, I can get rid of the lines with some heat. Or if I make a mistake, I can get rid of the line with some heat. So I'm not like stuck with it. You hear Baxter in the background scratching his little nest. He's way on the other side of the room. He was getting all comfy. He was getting all settled in. So, and my little church may not look exactly like this one, but I hope it will. Actually, this pitch is a little more angled up. I might not be able to get the whole church on here, but what I'm really interested in the most is that tower. And then I may have to do another one later that will feature the whole thing. So I'm trying to get my roof in here. And like I said, it may run off, and that's okay, because that will just add to the interest of it. Let me put in now the other parts of this tower. Concentrating, you guys. So I'm getting it all laid in here. Okay. And I'm really paying attention to the angles in my photo. I ought to stick this underneath a little bit so y'all can kind of see the picture that I'm trying to emulate. And so things are going to be kind of different because of all the angles involved. But it's going to be kind of cool, I think. Now, what's going to be a little bit of a challenge is getting these windows in here at the angles that they're in. Let's see. I want to go ahead and put kind of where my eaves and stuff are, so that will kind of tell me some neat facts of this. And then we got this sort of a little roof thing. I don't think y'all can see all that well. Oh, thank you, Kim. We had a big time. Can y'all kind of see my sketching right here? Hold this up so y'all can kind of see where I'm going with all these roof angles and stuff. Because I know probably with it being flat on the surface, it's a little hard to tell. So I'm trying to look to figure. Got another little roof right here. I love this hymn, What a Friend We Have in Jesus. Trying to get my angle right. And then I'm looking to see, this roof kind of intersects with that tower a little bit. We've got a little bit of corner here, and then we don't have to worry about that corner. So I'm just thinking real quick, y'all, how I want to do some of the things. Got a little bit of excess. We have this neat window above the door. And so I'm trying to mimic the angles. Which is important for the dimension. I'm not happy with that. I don't know if I can erase right on here. I may have to just use my heat to kind of cover up parts of it that I don't want to lose. Hi, Linda. How are you? Rena, are you having to leave us? Yes, I completely understand, girl. I'm trying to cover up everything. Got some little strips of paper here I can use. Hope they don't blow away when I turn this on. I'm not happy with that little window right there, and I just want to get rid of some of that. Let me put this right here. Hey, Charlotte. How are you? All right. Got rid of that window. I lost a little bit of my lines through here, but that's okay. I can kind of sketch them back in. So this window is kind of interesting. It has a little bit of an angle at the bottom of it, and that's what I'm trying to capture. And that's going to help position everything, I think. So let me get that angle in, and then maybe the rest of it will come. And it's, y'all, again, this is not going to be exactly like the photo, but if I can get pretty close, I'm happy. At least get my version of it anyway. And then we're going to do the door. We're going to kind of mirror some of these angles. We need to have the center of the door. And then, let's see, thinking. I want to put a corner here because we have a window that's kind of here. Did I bite off more than I can chew, you think? Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. These sketches will be very key. in the whole thing. I'll show y'all where I am right now. Hold it up nice and close so y'all can see my sketching. And I know a lot of it's hard to see because of the music. I can do it. So that's kind of how that's shaping up, y'all. Okay, just thought y'all might like to see a little bit of where we are. All right, so I want to get the bottom angle of this window, and it does have a little bit of slant on it. It's not major, but it does have some. I'm going to go ahead and use my ruler to help me get the sides going. And then we're going to do our top. And it's interesting, but it's a little more narrow on one side. And that leads to the, I may just have to paint over that, to the angle of it. I may have to just do a little bit of correcting on that when I paint. But that gives me placement. We've got a window through here. Like so. And I may just, it's got 3 windows on this end, but I may just do one large. Try to get it in the center. I remember when I got out and took the picture of this, I said, I have to paint this church. It just is just gorgeous. I'll correct some of these sketches. That might be enough to get us started. What I do want to do is get the angles on this tower correct. While we're here. And again, my sketching, this is not going to be 100% like the photo, but it's going to make for an interesting piece, I think. So I'm getting this tower, I'll show you. This tower, I just sketched in this angle, and I'm working on these pillars through here. We only see 3. I do too, Kim. Me too. Hey, Murdy from Texas. Well, welcome to my page. I am so glad you're here. Yes, ma'am. Welcome. I am working on a church piece, on a piece of hymnal page that, let's see, I need to get this tower a little more narrow. There we go. That's part of that one. And then we've got a corner on this post. Y'all, this is kind of the labor of love part where it's a little boring, but it's very necessary. I'm going to make this one a little more narrow. And we need to mirror this angle. And here. And then our posts go on up. And then we'll just kind of make that up as we go along. Yes, it is. What a friend we have in Jesus. It sure is. So, here's what we have so far. Don't know if y'all can see very well. It's kind of what we're going with here. What do y'all think? Let's see what other comments y'all have here I may have missed. I love stained glass windows, y'all. I have a picture of one of the beautiful stained glass windows in my former church. I would love to paint it sometime. That might be another project for another day. All right, we're going to get started just a little bit. I'm not going to keep y'all here forever because it is getting kind of late. My eyes get tired too. So we're right at 9. So we haven't been on here all that long. Thank you, Nellie. Thank you, Kim. All right, y'all. We're going to start. We're going to start with some white. And let me do this right here so maybe y'all can kind of see. Because it's not going to be a pure white. We're going to gray it up a little bit. And I'm not going to use black. I want to use some gray. And I really like mixing my own colors because I feel like I get a better shade. And I'm going to put this to the side so I can add as little as I want while I'm in the process here. So Catherine. Oh, Charlotte, that is so sweet. So Catherine, I have taken What a Friend We Have in Jesus, the hymn, and I'm using a photo that I took myself in some of my comings and goings. I'm going to try to paint something like this church on here, and we're going to see what happens. Oh, bless your heart. It's a precious hymn. You know, it's one of those hymns that if you're having a rough time of it, it can bring you a lot of comfort. All right, y'all, I don't want a lot of gray in this. Let me kind of show y'all what I'm doing. I'm going to need quite a bit, so somewhere, I mean, just a very light gray. Something kind of like that, right there. So I'm just going to start laying this in. And this is going to take more than one session, like I mentioned before. Concentrating. I'm going to try to go around the shape of this window. And it's going to take more than one layer of this gray to get the good tone that we need for our foundation. And I kind of just envision this just kind of running off the edge. So I like holding my brush on end. I'm using kind of a small flat brush, but I like using my brush on end to kind of get a chisel and get up in these lines nice and neat. Hey, Elise. I do too, Jennifer. It kind of, where it's kind of transparent. Yeah, I like that ghost effect it gives. Yeah, but yet you can see like the solid image. It's kind of weird. It's kind of hard to describe. But I know exactly what you're talking about. So I want to be able to see the lines I drew. They'll eventually be covered up, but it's helping me remember where my my edges are for the tower, and my window, and all that will get covered up as we go along, but they're like markers for me. I am loving taking these hymns and giving them some meaning. Run this down a little bit. Oh, you thought it might be Silent Night? Ooh, that would be so pretty. I probably will be doing something like that. This was just on my heart for today, and I thought I wanted to get started on that. So tomorrow night, y'all, come back here, and I'll be finishing the project with Katie and Carol, the grand finale. Y'all, they've just done such a good job. I'm so proud of them. I tell them that. And they did not think they could paint, y'all. They were like, I don't know, you're going to have to go easy on me and make it simple. And I'm like, y'all, trust me. Trust the process. Let me turn this around so I can get to this part better. Hey, Angela, how are you? I have to admit, y'all, I'm going to miss my home church this year because I always played the piano for our Christmas Eve candlelight service, which last year they didn't get to have much of one because of the tornado. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary before long. And I always really enjoyed playing. We would have communion, and I always played several hymns very softly, and I am an expressive player when I play the piano, and I put a lot of emotion into the keyboard whenever I play. So that was always something I loved to do, and maybe I just have to do it for y'all on Christmas Eve. I may be traveling, I'm not sure, but that might be something I can do for y'all. Here's how it's looking so far. Want to see? Can you see good? Do I have it in the camera good enough so y'all can kind of see how it's coming along? What time did we get started, y'all? I don't even know. You guys, we're at 58 viewers. Hey, Beth, how are you? Let's see. I'm going to choose a name. Scott Haley. Well, how are you? Good to see you. All right. Cheryl Mack, is that how you... Oh, Alabaster Box. That is a beautiful song. Cheryl, M-E-C-H-E. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, but you are going in my blessing jar, sister. Let me write your name down. M-E-C-H-E. All right, so come back Friday night for sure. And y'all, I need to draw someone for this past Friday night, and let's just take care of that right now. I am so sorry, y'all. I don't mean to forget. I just have so much on my mind. So, Glenda Duncan Cloud, send me a PM and your address. Give me your address, and I'll send you some Happy Mail. Glenda Duncan Cloud. All right. You're going to get some Happy Mail. You're getting into the Christmas, learning the fiddle. Oh, how cool is that? Mesh, gotcha. Thank you, Cheryl. All right, let me see what I'm doing here. I need to go down through here. I'm going to go ahead and cover up this door seam. But that'll be easy enough to put back in. So Scott Haley, how are you doing? You and your family? I hope y'all are doing good. Scott is from my childhood. He's younger than me, but we grew up together and went to church together. His family and my family. His dad used to lead the singing back in the day at our church when it was just a little country church. Nellie, thank you for spreading the blessings. Hey, Kimberlyn, how are you? We're just going to base this in tonight a little bit, and then we'll have to come back together because getting all the prep work done took a little while. But I hope y'all will come back. And listen, if y'all are not signed up for my Telegram service, the link is in the comments pinned at the top. And please sign up for my Telegram service. It's free. And that is the best way to find out when I'm going live. I try to send out a telegram to let you know. So please get on that service, and I'll let you know when we're going to continue the church project or whatever we're doing. And we're about to a good stopping point. Just going to I'm going to work on the top of this tower some more. But I will really have to concentrate on that, so I'll get really quiet. So I hated to do that with y'all. But I thought I could at least get this based in pretty well. And y'all would enjoy seeing how I do this part of it. I'm kind of just feathering the bottom. So it's kind of going along with the torn bottom. Kind of mimicking that a little bit. But it's kind of how it's coming together. Hey, Tony, how are you? Murdy, I miss what's going on with you, girl. Patty, you're not too late. You're just fine. Oh, you love, and oh, bless your heart. Oh, Murdy. Girl, I can only imagine. I can only imagine, because I know music has been such a big part of my life growing up. I started playing the piano for church when I was in the 5th grade. And have pretty much been playing church piano my whole life until a year ago when I moved to Huntsville. But y'all, I'm 57, and that's a long time, and I'm okay with finally kind of stepping back from that role. It's a long time to be in church service for me, and I know people do it their entire life. I was a paid musician, staff musician, so there's a level of commitment there. And with my kids being out of town, sometimes it was really hard because I would not be able to be with them all the time, or not all the time, but like when certain things would come up, I had to really always make sure I was covered on the piano. It was just one more thing to have to, I don't mean this the way it sounds, but it was something I was responsible for. And it was I was getting to a point where it was wearing on me a little bit, that level of commitment. you know, y'all, I love the Lord, and I spend time with Him each day. So it wasn't about that. I hope this makes sense, the way I'm wording it. I'm doing a terrible job. But you know, when you know that it's time, and I was feeling that, if that makes sense. It was time. The Lord was moving me. That's probably what I'm trying to say and not doing very well. The Lord was moving me into a different situation, which was to move here to Huntsville and to serve my children and my granddaughters. And I feel very strongly about pouring into them things of the Lord. And, you know, they're little and they're very open, you know, which they go to Christian daycare anyway. But we try to teach them, because it's not perfect. There's nothing perfect in this world. Does any of that make sense, or did I just do a horrible job saying all of that and rambled? So my Telegram link is pinned in the comments. Yes. Oh, Elise. That's right, girl. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, Patty, go to the top of the comments in this thread, and I have a pinned comment that has the link. Okay. So we're off to a great start, y'all. We're going to kind of stop right here. So this is kind of where we are. And it needs to dry. We can go ahead and dry that real quick. Well, I can't put heat to it or I'll lose my lines. So I'm going to let it air dry. What is this? Nellie says, my grandson is your piano player. And, whoops, he graduates from college in December. Oh, I know you're proud. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate y'all seeing through my rambling there. Thank you. Yes, let's keep Murdy in prayer. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. I'm excited to see. I still have to get the roof laid in. We'll put a little bit of sky in behind it, just very faint, because I don't want to take away too much from the hem. So this is where we're going to stop for tonight. I'm going to work on the top of this tower a little bit more, but I've got to concentrate, and I'll get super quiet, and I don't want y'all to get bored with me. All right, y'all. Thank you for being here. I just love you guys so much. I so appreciate you spending time with me. And y'all, believe it or not, I hadn't had dinner yet. I need to figure out some dinner here in a minute. So, and my eyes are tired. But y'all bless me, and I love you. And as much as I love you, our Father loves you so much more. So, oh, thank you, Dana. Cheryl needs prayer for headaches. You know what? Let's just end with a quick word of prayer, because I have a feeling that there's several here that are needing prayer. So let's just do that real quick, okay? Before we say goodnight. Heavenly Father, I just thank you so much for this opportunity to get together with my friends and share the talents that you've bestowed upon me. And I just pray, oh Lord, that whatever I say or do may be pleasing to you, and that you will be glorified. Father, I just want to lift each of my sisters here that have expressed needs and concerns and health issues. Each and every one of them, I just pray that your loving arms would just wrap yourself around them. May they know that you have them in your grip, and that you are never surprised by anything, but you are in complete control of all. I thank you, Father, for your redeeming mercy and grace. I thank you for your word. I thank you, Lord, for the freedom to worship you. And Lord, I pray that you'll be with Connor, watch over him and protect him as he serves our country and helps to reinforce the freedoms that we enjoy. I praise you, Lord, for you alone are worthy of praise. And it's in your holy, precious name that I pray. Amen. Good night, sweet friends. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow night. Bye.